Alright guys, so I got some good news and I got some bad news as well, okay? And it's really good and it's really bad at the same time, which is pretty funny. So the biggest issue right now in Dragon Ball Legends PvP is LF Goku and Frieza due to the fact that they don't have an exact counter. They're just and on top of that, they're just extremely broken. Comment down below if you guys agree with me or disagree with me on that one, because it's clear as day that they're the problem, right? Not even Vegeta Blue is great, but you can counter Vegeta Blue with all the blue units right now. Goku and Frieza does not have one counter due to the fact that they have double colors. They can rescue, cover pretty much Rising Rushes, so you can't even Rising Rush. And they're just broken all around to get Vanishes back, so they're the main issue, right? The good news is that this brand new Kid Goku actually has an ability that counters Goku and Frieza, okay? The following effects occur when this character activates Rising Rush. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 5-timer counts cannot be cancelled. So when Goku and Frieza switches into, let's just say, be broken and stop your Rising Rush, you know, that thing, yeah, this Goku counters that. So they will get Rising Rushed. Okay? Now, there's a few bad things as well, okay? The bad thing is that you can just easily pair this up with Goku and Frieza. Okay, so him on the leader slot, Goku and Frieza, and then Android 17. So pretty much a universe rep team alongside this Kid Goku on the leader slot. By the way, this Kid Goku looks amazing. He gets tremendous amount of buffs, right? And the list just goes on. This Kid Goku is absolutely spectacular, right? Now, a few more bad things I would say. I mean, the list just kind of goes on, but this Dragon Ball Saga is supposed to be a Dragon Ball Saga, right? And they're doing a good job, I think, with these characters. I do like these characters. Like, I actually kind of like Android 8 a little bit, guys. I don't know. I was kind of reading his kit. I like this right here, right? But we'll get to that in just one minute. But Dragon Ball Saga is supposed to be a Dragon Ball Saga. Now, I understand this is a path to power, so that's exactly why they made the DB tag. Otherwise, it wouldn't work for a Dragon Ball Saga. So, it's fine, right? But this is basically a low-key buffs for movies, right? Will we be even using these characters together? Perhaps not, right? Now, it was specified that Toshi did say that we will be getting more to the campaign, including a brand new PvP-themed DB season, which is great, right? And more events and news coming out in the future. So I do think on the 27th, we will be getting an Ultra, right? Maybe Demon King Piccolo. That's the only thing I can actually think of that's worthy of an Ultra, right? Even though it's so weird because we just got a free-to-play character for him, so it's very strange. But you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Like, this Kid Goku will be a part of the problem. Yes, he has a great ability that actually stops, right? And another thing, okay? If you're running Goku and Frieza, most likely you're gonna have multiple endurance units, right? And what Goku and Frieza pretty much does is they pretty much give their endurance units the ability to not die if, let's just say, Ultra Vegeta Blue Rising Rushes them. So if this Kid Goku were to Rising Rush, yes, Goku and Frieza cannot counter it, but they could just bring in an endurance unit, such as Kid Goku if you pair them up together, and that endurance unit wouldn't even die, right? Even if it's Vegeta Blue. So that counters endurance. So you guys get what I'm trying to say? These two would actually go great together. I mean, it's funny that I say that, right? And so it's going to be what? Purple, technically purple and blue because of Goku and Frieza, and then as well as what? Blue. So purple, blue. That's going to be the theme, right? And you can't even bring in a green unit anymore, right? Because there's so many good purples. So what? There's just too many good purples. So there's no stopping it, right? And of course, there's Master Roshi. I cannot wait, by the way. This Master Roshi looks aesthetically really, really cool. And so does Android 8. I don't know why. Right? But I actually, like, back to the Android 8 real quick. I do like this Android 8 because of this. He kind of has that future Gohan ability where he destroys 2 cards, which is a good small little combo dropper, right? Upon cover changing. So, has a special cover change against track attacks. Combo with supers, pretty much, right? Special move arts. But here it says, applies the following effects to self when changing cover. He randomly destroys 2 cards. He reduces your vanish gauge to 0 activates twice, which is actually really, really good. And reduces Dragon Balls by 1 activates twice. So, yeah, I mean, he looks pretty interesting, man. I like that ability itself a lot. And for Master Roshi, honestly, I have not really looked at it too much, but I see his Z ability is max base health, which is great, okay, for DB and episode sagas from the movie. So that's good. I like his Z ability. I haven't really taken a look at it, but he is ranged alongside Kid Goku. By the way, Kid Goku looks absolutely busted. He really, really does, right? I forgot what this guy does. A portion. So, I mean, yeah, his Kamehameha does a portion to enemies on standby. His special does a little bit more damage to ultimates, right? We have to see. We have to wait a little bit, right, to see exactly what this character does alongside Android 8. But what I love about... Okay, he increases Dragon Balls as well. So, the following effects occurs when this character switches to standby. So, obviously, you know, as you guys already know, if you switch from this Roshi to that Kid Goku, that Kid Goku gets a buff because he's gonna gain a Dragon Ball because of this. Because when he switches to standby, he gains a Dragon Ball, activates once. So maybe it's good to start off with this Roshi switch to Goku if you guys are planning on using the two together, right? But the Goku's interesting, really broken as a matter of fact, from what I can count. And I had to pull this up, but it's fine. I'll just explain to you guys. So for the Kid Goku itself. Let me just pull up his image. For the Kid Goku itself, he has a unique gauge where every time you collect a Dragon Ball, you get an X amount of buffs and stuff like that, right? And you don't need to have this Goku on the field to fill up your unique gauge, right? You just don't need that. You just got to collect basically as many Dragon Balls as you can, which you would normally do for, you know, of course, for you're playing the game, playing PvP. So this Goku's good. But he also has another ability that pretty much when you get Dragon Balls while this character's on the field, it gets even more buffs. So I saw a lot of confusion saying that you need this character on the field. You don't to fill up your unique gauge. So he gets 90% buffs to his inflicted damage up, and on top of that, he gets an extra 40% buff activates once every time. I think it's every time you get a Dragon Ball. Right, and then up to 10 times inflicted damage up to 7. No, inflicted damage up to 10% for 7 times. So if you collect all 7 Dragon Balls, that's 70% plus the 40. That's 110 plus the original 90 he gets. So that's 200% to his damage. And on top of that, he also gets I think like a 15 to 25% buff to damage for 15 timer counts. So that's like an extra like 220% damage, guys. This guy's gonna be hitting you like a truck. I do think so. 220 damage is absolutely insane. He has endurance. He heals his teammates. He heals 3 times, I believe, like his main ability, endurance. The list just goes on, right? So there's a lot of good news. This character is great, right, on paper, from what we can see so far. But we will be using him alongside LF Goku and Frieza. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Comment down below, are you guys going to be summoning for this? Yes or no? And if you guys did enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe. And I'll definitely catch you guys for a few leaks in a little bit. Yeah, catch you guys then. Have a good one.